the official podcast of the waterfront capital of Texas.
We running this, let's go. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Everybody look at me because I'm sailing on a boat. I'm on a boat.
Weekends on the Water with Jordan Davlin of JetSurf Houston and Scene Magazine publisher John Ennis.
That is right. This is Weekends in the Water, and we're back coming to you live from the JetSurf Houston studio along the north shore of Clear Lake in the heart of the waterfront capital of Texas. My name is John Ennis, and as always, I'm joined by Army veteran, extreme water sports competitor, and JetSurf Houston founder Jordan Davlin.
John, what's up, man? Dude.
How you doing, Jordan?
Awesome, dude. I am happy to be here in the studio with you, brother. Yeah, it's been too long, man.
It's been a little while. I think the last time we saw each other was 2 weekends ago. This awesome event you were putting on, the 2022 Texas MotoSurf Cup.
That's right, man. What an incredible event down in Galveston at Moody Gardens. The 2022 MotoSurf Texas Cup. It was amazing. We had a really awesome turnout right into the mix, right? Yeah, no, it was amazing. I mean, finally came to fruition. We've been trying to plan this for years, and so very exciting. We had, I think, 6 different countries there. Israel, UK, Germany, Czech, Canada, US. We had about 10 different states come in. We had more people from out of state, not of Houston.
I was about to say, you had quite a crew from the OC, from California, people from Florida.
A big California crowd. We had 5 or 6 from Florida. There was literally Colorado, Tennessee. People coming from Chattanooga, Louisiana. I mean, it was really cool. Quite a few came down from Dallas. So, yeah, it was a good time.
More proof that the sport is growing.
Absolutely. No, and not just here in Houston or Texas, but all over the country. So, yeah, we're super excited to finally, get that one race under our belt, have a successful event, and then in the future just grow and make it better, and just, progress the sport and just have, just better, bigger events, more sponsors, more people involved, more racers, and, like I said, just get bigger and better every time. So it's exciting.
Well, one thing I noticed right off the bat is how nicely Moody Gardens on Galveston Island is set up for such an event.
Truly.
The capacity, all the beach area, just the way it kind of wraps around the course.
And they call it the Oleander Bowl.
Okay,
It's Palm Beach and the Oleander Bowl that connects to the marina. And you're right, it's literally a bowl kind of set up. Or a cove that's right off the water park, right on off its bayou. Beautiful, beautiful location. That's where they've got the Colonel paddle boat that goes by. So, like you said, it's just an amazing backdrop and a really, really cool cove to have a race.
No, very impressive venue set up. I took my family. We stayed the entire weekend. Made a little family vacation out of it.
Heck yeah.
I mean, let's face it, Moody Gardens is a resort. I mean, it's a destination in and of itself, and then you add in such a dynamic water sport event like yours, and it was just the perfect fit. Yeah.
So, like you said, we had to kind of differentiate in our survey, which we're still hoping some people fill out and turn in, because we need that data for the city. But people, we thought we were repeating the question too many times by saying, were you happy with the race location, Galveston, Texas? Were you happy with the race venue, Moody Gardens? Were you happy with the actual, race launching spot? These are all different things. Like I said, Galveston Island and Moody Gardens being its own thing on the island. It's a world-class resort. It's I think Forbes or AAA 4-diamond hotel.
Sure.
I mean, it takes a lot to get these awards. And then, being all the way down by the water and utilizing their Palm Beach and Oleander Bowl. So there was, what was the actual race location, the hotel location, and the venue being Galveston, was it all good? And I think they all did an amazing job. So
absolutely. Also, I was really impressed with AJ on the microphone, kind of the master of ceremonies, keeping everything going, commentating during the races, really in some way running the show.
Yeah, she absolutely was. So when you're on the mic, you do have a big responsibility, and that's who people kind of turn to in the event, because you've got the mic, and that there's a lot of people involved. But man, it is a seriously important job, and not everybody can do it. She did an amazing job. She's been training a little bit and listening over the years. She knew that she might have to step up to the plate and be the master of ceremonies, but we were hoping she'd get to race. We had
Right.
a couple MCs kind of pull out last minute. You know, these things happen with
Sure.
conflict scheduling and things. So she stepped up, and like you said, I mean, I don't think anybody could have done a better job. There's one girl that's done it about 25, 30 times. She's the only one you could even compare to, and I think Alyssa did just as good, if not better, in her own way. So
Absolutely. No, you know, and she was adding so much color to it, and
definitely.
Yeah. So it wasn't just strictly the race. I mean, it was talking about Galveston Island and the history. I mean, she kind of hit. Yeah, she really hit all the bases, man. I mean,
You got to be energetic. You got to know the racers. You've got to understand, the location you're in. Like you said, you're kind of the DJ / MC / announcer. You're doing a lot of jobs.
And you just hit on one point that was probably the most impressive is you really do have to know the racers, what they look like or what they're wearing that given day, almost, because in order to really give give kind of the play-by-play that she was doing on the microphone. I mean, I tried, I tried doing a little bit on one of the live streams, but obviously I don't know any of the racers.
No, but you did amazing.
Well,
let's talk about that. Yeah, John,
no, we don't need to
John
talk
really
about that,
stepped
but,
up, and him and Dana Lundquist from E-Wave, they did an amazing job being the host of the show for several heats on Saturday. They literally did a play-by-play, and so the racers and the people that are in the paddock area, they kind of have Alyssa to kind of,
Right.
go by some of the stuff, but it's a little bit different. You guys were literally commentating and hosting the live streaming, which is amazing, talking about people coming around turns and buoys. And so that was just really amazing to hear. You guys did an awesome job, and whether you know the racers or not, y'all have a really good understanding of the sport at this point, and y'all did something that's never really been done before.
Oh, okay.
Y'all were like ESPN / Fox Sports out there, literally, announcing. So it was really cool. There's been some live streaming for the MotoSurf World Cup in Europe, but they've never live streamed in America, and they've never had people on the mic commentating the race live. So John Ennis, you were one of the first, man. So it was an honor to have you there, and you did an amazing job.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. It's the least I could do, but I really think Dana deserves all the credit because he's so familiar as an experienced racer himself for many years, and I know enough that I could ask him questions because we figured, part of what our job was introducing this sport to people that were just happened to be on Facebook and
Right.
gotta, and I guess we should give a shout out to Saltwater Recon.
Of course, yeah. Ors was there filming the whole time.
Yeah,
and,
so and he was he was behind the camera for what we were streaming, what we were talking about. But Dana was able to really explain so much of the strategy of the races and how it works, and and the Joker buoy and all that. So it was really cool getting to have him on the broadcast for as much as we had him. So credit to Dana. Yeah,
credit to Dana and credit to Ors, like you said, for being a big sponsor of the event and doing the live streaming. Having multiple camera angles. It was really cool. There's a lot of sponsors that we still need to give a lot of thanks to.
Oh yeah. I mean, you had the bucket trucks out there with providing an overhead view. You had. I mean, I was really impressed with all the different. People out there covering it, and all the different photographers, drones were flying.
We had KHOU out there.
Man, that piece they did, I guess it was probably on the Friday before the race or whatever, was really strong.
Galveston did a video and they posted it on their social media, so that was really cool. That was Mark Gomez and one of the Katie Bricker from the OC crew that came in from California, so that was really nice. It was an awesome event, man. I'm glad you got to come down there and be a part of it, and finally again see it actually happen. You've been such a strong supporter of me and the races and just watching the sport grow and seeing the product, be innovated to finally have you down there watching it was really nice.
Oh, it was a thrill. I mean, having talked about, the races with you on this show for a couple years now and writing about it in the Scene magazine, getting to actually see it, see one, thanks to you for bringing one, like the first one in America outside of Florida, so that was, it was such a thrill. And, and I'll admit, I've had a chance to do commentary on some other sports like basketball and baseball and football, but now I get to add MotoSurf. So that's cool.
That's awesome, man.
That was a thrill. No, I'm glad I could play a tiny little role and help out. Yeah, but yeah, no, and you mentioned Mark Gomez.
Yeah.
Man, what a gamer is he, right? I mean, he came on an injured ankle. And
Yeah, he did. He really
I think,
stepped up.
Man, some of the, obviously he competed. I believe it's one of the first MotoSurf competitions he's participated in.
Yeah, so I think this is the second race he's actually ever done. So this was like his second MotoSurf race officially.
That's awesome.
And then he did his freestyle jet ski show at Pier 6, one of the big sponsors, or Prestige Oysters. And then he also did it 2 days in a row at Moody Gardens. The first day we had Paramotors, Mark Gomez, and Ronnie Feist doing hydroflight. And then on the second day, it was too windy for the Paramotors. But we had, again, Mark Gomez out there, 5-time world champion freestyle jet ski rider. And he's also, as you said, a jet surf racer in hobby class. No, he actually stepped up to pro class this time, so he's a pro rider now. And then, just all his history with jet ski racing as well. So huge guy in the community. We were super excited to have him there. Guys like him that are kind of influencers of the event and creating a lot of video content. And, he was literally hanging out with Travis Pastrana the next day.
Wow.
And I'm sure that they were talking about the race a little bit. And so it's just fun to see. And he's sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee Company. If people,
I saw the vehicle, yeah.
So he's, he literally is a big part of that team, and so is Travis Pastrana. And so they actually liked one of our videos the other day, so we were super excited about that. That's like Red Bull liking your stuff, or
right.
even bigger at this point. They've signed a bunch of talent. Their riders just won Daytona 500.
Wow!
So they're involved in NASCAR, extreme sports. I mean, everything. And so we're excited to maybe be working with them in the future. And they finally have some Texas offices and locations. And so maybe as their brand grows, they can get involved and help the sport grow, since they're into the whole action sports thing.
And they're also a veteran-owned business like yours.
They
like
are,
yourself.
So I
some symmetry there.
Maybe I've got a little bit of a leg up on some people, maybe, but we'll see.
But I was so impressed with Gomez's his performance.
Oh man,
yeah, I think I counted 8 flips. And he was kind of doing it on one leg. I mean, he really was. Yeah, I mean, I had a little chance to talk to him at one point, and he was explaining, the exhibition he puts on with the jet ski versus the jet surf, the jet surf is not as hard on the ankles and everything, I think, for at least,
right.
With all that landing he does and everything. So,
it's the pressure of coming up, a full floor, or even 2
right,
floors, and then coming down, and, so it definitely is a lot on your ankles. He does show. I mean, that's what this guy does. I mean, he's a stunt, jet ski guy. He's been on television shows. He's worked for SeaWorld. He races all over the world. But he does these crazy freestyle shows with the jet ski. He'll do it in pools, rivers, wherever. He hangs out with Sean Murray. I mean, all these different guys. They're doing awesome videos. But yeah, he got injured in Huntington Beach the weekend before the race. But, a super professional stand-up guy.
Gamer.
Instead of, canceling the event, he decided to still drive down to Texas because he had committed to it, wrapped his ankle up, and put on an amazing show.
Show, yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't at 100%, but, man, I'll give him 99%,
right. Well, him at 50%, right?
It's still phenomenal, yeah. So, no, that was really cool. And then big shout out to Austin Home for doing the paramotor show with his buddy.
Oh gosh, that was insane on Saturday.
I don't know the name of the friend he brought in, but he's sponsored by Red Bull. A super talented kid. It was a lot of fun watching him, dip his wing into the water.
Okay, so that was the guy
so,
he was next level, right?
Oh, he really was. He looked like a few times. I'm sure Moody thought he was going to wreck in the marina. And
would not surprise me if there were some 911 calls made prematurely.
There was. Someone did call the cops, but once they found out it was part of the show, everything was all good. Fire was put out, but no, they did a good job. And then Ronnie Feist, man, he's a world-class hydroflight champion. He's friends with Hunter Berlander, who actually has worked for me in the past and, been an incredible trainer here with Jet Surf. And so we've been lucky to work with some of these guys, and Ronnie's become a friend over the years, and he's a director of the Hydro Games out in San Diego. And so for us to even be able to get him was awesome. And so big shout out to him. He used to run Hydro Rockets in Conroe, so he had a big business where he taught people how to do hydroflight. And anyway, so yeah, I mean, this guy, he gets paid a lot of money to come and perform, and so we were.
Yeah,
Just
I heard AJ
happy
mention
came
that
down.
he's. I think I remember right. He did a halftime show at the Super Bowl.
He has
so
performed in Miami at
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
yeah, so he's halftime show at the Super Bowl, and then doing your halftime show at in Galveston
exactly.
at
And so what's
the Texas
funny?
Moto Cup.
Yeah, and what's funny is he actually performed that. There was 4 or 5 hydroflag guys and 4 or 5 freestyle guys. Mark Gomez was there as well at the Super Bowl. He's got a lot of other accolades, so we didn't throw that one out there.
Sure.
But they actually rode together on our friends because they're in the same water community and they go to some of the same events. So I'm sure that they talked to each other at the race and was like, "Hey, man, good to see you here." And just whether, like you said, Super Bowl or MotoSurf Texas Cup, man. So that's cool that they're. I feel like we're no Super Bowl.